What are the origins of Sweet 16? Oh, I just got transferred to the FBI. I'm Googling something to do with 16-year-olds.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A mother's dream, premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just so good guys. Whoa.
Hi, Ben.
You saw our billboard? You saw this billboard?
I'm sorry I didn't bring it up sooner. It is so epic.
When I tell you, you have no idea how big this billboard is until you actually see it. If you guys haven't seen it, you missed it because we can't afford more than a week. And by afford, I mean we got it for free, but we couldn't afford more than a week anyways.
What?
Okay?
It's only 1 week?
1 week. It runs for 1 week. This ad, well, there's two things, Josh, running at the same time. This ad in Times Square is right next to where the ball drops, 43rd and 7th. We had a Good Guys video with What Are You Nuts, just What Are You Nuts vertically was running, Josh, 10 stories. The full video probably ran 30 stories. This is like a 40-story, massive What Are You Nuts? Me and you being goons. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then separately, Link NYC, you'll notice throughout the entire city, is running the exact same ad on all of those used to be telephone areas that are now just screens. Link NYC is running that video too. Both of them. Josh, we're killing it.
Well, I don't want to be in a contest here, but we're also in my mother's assisted living's newsletter this week. Sorry, Ben.
I'm going to need a picture of that. Prove her it didn't happen.
Barbara, our esteemed resident, her son is a bit of a meshuggah, and he has a AM radio internet show with his other meshuggah friend, and they're both rotund.
God, I'm happy that we're doing Barb again. What a voice. It's so good. It's
Once
so
in a
good.
generation. Thank God. Anyway, dude, can we do a best bite of the week real quick?
Please. I have one. Go.
The other night I went to a restaurant in Beverly Hills called La Dolce Vita. La Dolce Vita.
I've heard.
This place, this was an institution in Beverly Hills for many years, and then I think they kind of did like a refresh. I mean, this was out of control. I went with my West Coast Ben, Len. We went, and let me tell you, I'm going to walk you through this because I had already done what all Jews do, which is I pre-planned. Okay, I did homework on the restaurant. I got my intel. These people, they sit down, they peruse the menu for 30 minutes. It's not changing. You know, this is not SAT prep. Order, be ready. He's here. Order. So first, beautiful bread basket arrives. The vibe on this place, I feel like I was in the Lucchese crime family, allegedly. Then they do a tableside Caesar. You know we love tableside.
The best.
They're making it rain freshly grated Parmesan on this thing beyond. Then we do some apps. We do a shrimp fra diavolo. Beautiful. And then, and these are proper shrimp. These are shrimp on those Barry Bonds drugs. You know, that good, right? All juiced up. These shrimp, they had to get a bigger hat when they were in their mid-30s, which is normal. I'm not on steroids, MLB.
As Ina Garten would call them, 12-count shrimp, Josh. 12 to a pound. Okay, 12 to a pound. Continue.
That's right. And then we order that, and then we order, and this is I think really ubiquitous on the East Coast, but you don't see it as much in LA. And shout out winter vegetables. We had an artichoke, but a stuffed artichoke.
The best.
In like a lemon butter type piccata. You think I'm done with
best.
piccata? I'm not done with piccata. Then the
best.
mains. A limon bucatini in almost like a light cream lemon sauce.
My
And
favorite.
That bucatini bullies spaghetti when no one's looking. That bucatini has negative talk to spaghetti and goes, "You call yourself a noodle? You
Can we
think you have
pause on
something to
lemon
be proud
pasta,
of?"
Josh? Lemon pasta, I'm sorry. Lemon pasta is it. It's it.
It indeed
people
is it.
don't talk enough about it. The way that the
Indeed is
lemon cuts through the cream.
That's right.
The lemon zest and the lemon juice in a full fat creamy pasta. Whew, God, chef's kiss.
Beyond. And then we had a branzino piccata, right?
Yeah,
From
delish.
from the waters of the Mediterranean, because otherwise, if it's not from the Mediterranean, as my friend Max Shapiro would say, just sea bass. Just sea bass. It's not branzino. And then the marquee item, we had a veal parmesan.
Sounds fantastic. I need that in my belly. I recently, Josh, I was in the great state of Vermont.
Love.
I was in Middlebury, Vermont. That is where we do Spritz Society production. Did about 1 million cans. Just saying.
Mazel,
Crazy
that's
news coming in
huge.
March. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. But in the middle of the day, Josh, I had to pop out and grab myself a bite. And I looked far and wide, and I found apparently the greatest sandwich shop in Vermont happened to be in Middlebury, called Noonies. Noonies. And when I tell you, Josh, you walk in and you just know that what you're about to get is it. Is it. They have the parchment paper. If you have a sandwich that's being made on parchment paper, you are in for a treat.
Preach.
A treat. I got long sub, hoagie they call it, okay? I went tuna. They gave me Havarti. Havarti is an incredibly underrated cheese. And if you're making sandwiches with Havarti, you know what you're doing. Shredded lettuce, onions, tomatoes. Josh, they had curry mayonnaise. Curry mayo.
Whoa.
Fantastic.
You just threw a weird wrench in this thing.
It was fantastic, I swear.
A
I
curry
swear.
mayo? But don't say that like you're talking about, the days of the week. This is a curveball.
Have you had curry mayo?
Never.
Josh. Olivia, have you had curry mayo?
I have not.
Okay. The two of you need to go and buy a bottle of Hellman's mayonnaise and a pack of curry. Okay? And I want to see curry mayonnaise. You have to like curry. But if you like curry, you're in for a ride. You're in for a ride. It was an unbelievable sandwich. Everything there looked amazing. For first time curry mayo people, okay, I went crazy with the tuna. Try it on turkey. Have a turkey sandwich, avocado, red onion, curry mayonnaise. Tell me your life hasn't changed. Outrageous.
I believe you. Was there a chip? Did we involve a chip?
No, I could have, but it felt so gluttonous. I have this huge sub. I'm not then going to also grab like a Hal's is Hal's soda or Hal's is chips? Soda, right?
Yeah, I think it's East Coast too.
Yeah. I wasn't going to go and grab a big fat bag of chips, but it definitely would have been better with a little Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar. That's
You're
my
a Harvest
favorite
Cheddar
chip.
man. So is my son.
What's your favorite chip?
Don't get me started. I like it all, and I like it all under the sun. But I think they live in different worlds. You cannot compare a Frito to any other chip. You can't compare a Dorito to any other chip. No? Am I tripping?
No. You're 100% right.
Am I
And
out
honestly,
of pocket? As the kids might say?
The Frito is the world's most versatile chip as well.
Yes.
The Frito is a vehicle to a sauce, where chips typically, you can't dunk a Harvest Cheddar in anything. Otherwise, you're just a fatso, okay? But the Frito gives you the right to dunk.
That's right.
My mom loves a Frito. Loves. I remember my mom, she would buy a bag of Fritos with some clam dip. You ever have clam dip? My mom would dunk. She would kill me. She would kill me if I'm telling you this. But she would dunk her Fritos in that clam dip. Ooh, baby. She loved it.
Your mother, God bless this beautiful woman with her.
It's insane that she doesn't have gout. You have no idea the things that she eats from where. She'd also kill me for telling the story, but I'm going to tell it anyways. She goes into a deli, Josh. This is probably, I don't know, whenever the listeria breakout was with Boar's Head, okay? She goes into a deli, okay? And there's a sign that says, warning, there was a breakout here. What does a normal person do, Josh?
They avoid the Boar's Head.
They leave. If I see that there was a breakout in the deli, I'm gone. What does my mom do? Not going to happen to me.
Yeah.
Gets herself her meats, goes on her way, has a terrible stomach ache. Okay?
She
could have died, Josh. She could have died. You don't fuck around with listeria outbreaks. What are you, nuts?
She took it as a challenge.
She did.
And they call
Absolutely.
her Iron Tummy Ava on the streets, and you know this.
Absolutely. She took it as a challenge. And
Good
all I got to
for
say,
her.
folks, is don't mess around with bad food. This is not good. You don't need it. You don't need it, okay? Don't do it.
Well, that's what I always
dangerous.
hear because, I'm on the prepper side of TikTok.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. And I just want to see people's shelters. And this one guy who was a prepper who was showing his nuclear fallout shelter under his house was like, these Best Buy dates are a total suggestion.
Oh,
He's
my
like,
God.
More than a year after you can go. I'm like, a year? Like, I
For
would
what?
believe a couple
What is
weeks.
he talking about? What can you go a year later?
Non-perishable Nutella. I remember he was like, oh, please, this will be good for another year.
I think I would agree with that.
Okay.
For sure. Like a peanut butter, I'm not caring so much about a Best Buy date. That I totally agree with. You scared me. I was like, what about a yogurt?
Oh, that's
or milk?
absurd.
Yeah, absurd. Honestly, I think the Best Buy dates are too long. You ever pick up a jug of milk, use it for 2 weeks, check the Best Buy date, and it's not for like another 3 months, and you're like, what's going on here?
Ultra processed. And that I'm not. I like pasteurization. I don't like this ultra pass. That's crazy.
No, I don't like it. I don't want it. What do you think about raw milk, Josh? What do you think about raw?
We've talked about this.
Have we?
That's it. We're having a neurologist on.
No, we haven't spoken about this like this.
Yes, we have in this
No,
exact
my
context.
memory is clear as day.
We did.
I love you, Olivia.
Look,
I'm sorry. It's
Thursday,
okay, Ben.
Friday,
It's
I'm in
okay.
Jacksonville. Monday, Tuesday, I'm in Vermont. I have a busy week. I need no neurologist. I'm fine. So no raw milk. We'll stop talking about it. No problem. What do you think about almond milk?
Jeez.
All right, we spoke about it.
Hey, it's Josh and Ben, and we are here to tell you about the Galaxy S25 Ultra from Samsung.
This phone is amazing. It's true AI companion that evolves with you to do more for you, like handling multiple tasks with just one ask. For example, I can tell it to find a restaurant nearby and text it to my friends, or even search for recipes and add them to my notes.
And it does just, I simply just ask naturally. I make the requests. I like to say, please, you do what you want to do. And the new Galaxy S25 Ultra takes care of the rest. And then you have Galaxy AI. Heard of it? Well, that provides personalized daily briefings that keep you a step ahead. It shows your appointments, the weather, your energy score, and more all in one place.
And of course, the cameras on this phone are incredible. You can capture epic detail with a 200 megapixel camera, or use the new 50 megapixel ultra wide lens for stunning scenic shots and group photos where you need to get everyone in.
I know you like 4K because you're a little old school. How about 8K? How about 8K? You like that resolution? Well, what can I tell you? That's what we're working with our Galaxy S25 Ultra. And it's got audio eraser with Galaxy AI to really isolate and reduce unwanted sounds, crowd noises, voices, which for me is super important, especially when I'm recording something that I'm going to throw up on the gram, wherever. I really want to make sure that audio is crisp.
So folks, are you ready to let AI do more for you so you can do you? Then get yourself a Galaxy S25 Ultra now at Samsung.com.
And it has a stylus. Certain features compatible with select apps and require Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
Now Brief displays daily select information from select apps. May require internet connection. Audio Eraser is compatible with common video formats accessible in Gallery. Helps minimize 6 select sounds. Results vary. Galaxy AI features by Samsung free through 2025 and requires Samsung account login. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Mint Mobile. I don't know about you, but I like keeping my money where I can see it. Paws off. Unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers also seem to like to take my money too. After years of overpaying for wireless, I finally got fed up from those crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and quote, free perks that actually cost more in the long run, and decided to switch to Mint Mobile. And I gotta tell you, not only is it a bargain, but the wireless is fantastic. No more dropped calls, clear service. It is everything and more. You gotta try it. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at just $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text, delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for just $15 a month. So folks, if you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/goodguys. That's mintmobile.com/goodguys. mintmobile.com/goodguys. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Why are you so anti-neurologist? Neurology is cool, dude. It's one of the rare specialties that won't be replaced by AI.
Because
I'm looking at you, radiologist.
You're making me a hypochondriac. I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, hypochondriac is people that get worried about fake shit. You should be getting worried
you're
about...
You're making me think I have something real.
You're a neglector.
No, I'm fine. I'm not a neglector. I take everything. My creatine, my trizepatide, my turmeric, my Claritin. There's too much.
You need to take a CAT scan.
No, I've had a CAT scan. I've had it. Oh, I can't wait to watch one day you slipping on this podcast. I'm going to call you out.
You've gotten me before,
Yeah, you're right.
Here and there.
I've gotten you. All right, so we're not talking about raw milk. Fine. What else can we talk about that has a Best Buy date? Josh?
Wait, what were you doing? Were you working in Jackson Hole too?
In Jacksonville, I had a...
Jacksonville. That's far. I don't care.
These are very different places, Josh.
Yes. I don't care anymore.
Have you been to Jacksonville, though?
I'm sure it's fine.
All that I have to say is to the great people of Jacksonville, you're lovely. It's an international airport. It's only an hour and 45 minutes from the city. There is a beach. There's just also a lot of... dirt and crime and mobile homes. But the beach is lovely, and I don't know why we don't use it more. It's very close, just saying.
Jacksonville's great, and what's great is one of Cat Williams' Netflix specials. I don't know if he was a little light on material, and I only say this because I am one of the biggest Cat Williams fans on earth. He's...
hilarious.
I think he was recently on Theo Von, and he introduced him as, some people say he's the Black Oracle. He's spectacular. He is a once in a lifetime talent. I love him. But it was a Netflix special that he shot in Jacksonville. He did 25 minutes at the top of his special crowd work about Jacksonville. And I'm like, everyone doesn't live in Jacksonville, right? He's like, how about Davie Street? And the crowd loves it. But you're like, Cat, I don't know what that is.
I'm always so impressed though when comics are able to do that. Not in Jacksonville. Like, it's cool in Jacksonville, but like when you watch the Schultz stuff and he's in a different fucking country and he's making them laugh because of like random cultural references that he studied, like that's genius level comedy. Genius.
Yeah, it's also just like there is, whenever I would do a college gig, and I've done quite a bit over the years, I would always do recon with the students. I'd be like, give me like 2 inside jokes on campus about like, and I could always like sort of lean on like, where's the bar that you go drink? What's annoying? Let me guess, parking. As far as I can tell, there's not good parking in any university in the great country of America. But they don't like that, and they don't like the food. But and whenever I bring that up in front of the students and I figure out a way to hopefully make it funny, their faces melt. They're like, how the hell
does he know
Josh know about, I don't know, Olivia's here, Bearcat Tuesdays. I don't know. Shout out.
How does he know?
I know. Like, what would the inside joke be at the yeshiva? Like, can you believe the tefillin on floor 7?
Speaking of yeshiva, you know my favorite restaurant in the world, Golan Heights.
Yes.
185th in Amsterdam. This is the place. I get a call from my parents. Ben, an old family friend passed away. We're going to go pay a Shiva call. Would you like to come? We'll get Golan first. I said, I'm in. It's on the way up. I go.
Will you explain what a Shiva call is for our 3 people who listen who aren't Jewish?
Yes. A Shiva call is what you go to after somebody has passed away. They pass, you bury them. In Judaism, within 24 hours is the gold standard. And then you have a week or a little less than a week where people come in and are able to say hi to you. The body has been buried. This is not like a wake. The body is not there. This is purely in service of memories and to comfort those that just lost a husband, a wife, a son, whatever it may be.
They bring food
and it's called paying a Shiva. And yes, there's tons of food. You bring whatever you can. But yes, Josh, we stopped at Golan Heights, and this should have been my best fucking bite of the week because Noonies got nothing on Golan. The next time you're here, we're going to Golan. I got a lafa. For those that don't know, big fucking beautiful pita.
Jewish burrito. It's a Jewish burrito.
Jewish burrito, okay? Schnitzel.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful fried chicken.
Love.
We then got coleslaw. We then got thinly sliced pickles.
Best.
We then got, I know it's crazy, beet salad. I love beets.
No, it's
I love
good.
them.
It
love
works.
Them. A little corn salad. And then what they got going on, Josh, is these sauces. Garlic mayo. Sweet chili. Barbecue sauce. Wrapped up.
You're
ready to
wild,
go.
dog. You are a sauce wild man. Curry mayo and barbecue sauce in your lafa? Yo.
It was fucking amazing, and I'm here realizing that the reason I'm
No
up 10
tahina.
pounds has nothing to do with the creatine. I had a big week.
Ben calls me. He's like, I've gained 5 pounds. I think it's from the creatine, and then he elaborates.
Yeah, no, it's not from the creatine. I had a big week, but yes, of course, you could go the classic shawarma, lafa, trina, hummus, Israeli salad, onions, etc. But if you want to go crazy, they have these gorgeous sauces. And Josh, oh my God.
I was thinking about continuing our game from last week, twofold, which is we were guessing calories for different wonderful things.
Ooh, yes.
Now, we did it for donuts, for the great Krispy Kreme, and for the great Dunkin' Donuts. In fact, I have a good Krispy Kreme story for our stories this week. But first, I like to play a game for our calorie counting day. How many calories are in Chick-Fil-A items? Olivia, as always, feel free to weigh in. We'll do 5 of the major Chick-fil-A offerings. First, their standard chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich. Their fried chicken sandwich.
I was going to say fried. Okay, fried. And there's some sauce on this sandwich, or this is bone dry.
They don't. I don't think they put sauce. Right? It's just a pickle.
Oh my.
I think they put mayo.
They put mayo.
It's always less than I think. 300.
300. Olivia.
425.
Wow, Olivia, dangerously close at 440.
Ooh.
440. 300, you guess. That's
I'm
low.
not gonna lie, 440 though is a lot because then you're gonna put on that Chick-fil-A sauce. You're at 800.
So funny you should say. How many do we think is in the Chick-fil-A sauce?
All right, 80 calories.
I think it's an ounce. 80 calories. Olivia.
110.
Wow, Olivia again on a winning streak at 140. One small pack of
140.
Chick-fil-A sauce, 140.
Yeah.
A 8-piece nugget, the crispy nugget, 8-piece.
450.
Olivia.
410.
An 8-piece nugget coming in at only 250 calories.
What the fuck?
A real steal. A real steal.
Wait. Let's back this up.
Okay.
So they're claiming that it's 35 calories a nugget. I call bullshit. I'm sorry. 35 calories a nugget? No way. It's deep fried chicken.
But they're little nugs. They're not like massive.
All right. I guess size matters. That's true.
For let's just say for variety, how about 8 grilled nuggets? What do we think is the calorie count on the 8 grilled nuggets?
If they're the same size as the regular nuggets,
Sure.
120.
115.
Wow, Ben wins this one at 130. A snatched 130.
That's a nice snack.
It really
You go and
is.
get an 8-piece grilled nugget.
Not go 12 piece at 200 calories.
Fantastic. Great
38
protein.
grams of protein. Are you kidding me?
Do you know how many people, though, are going in there looking to be healthy, and then they're saying, whatever, I'll get a little Chick-fil-A sauce, it doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden, 200 turns into 900, and they don't even know it.
I know. I'm that guy.
Just
I
saying.
am that guy.
Just saying.
I'm constantly playing roulette with my calories. What about we can end it here with I would have loved a dessert, but I know their ice cream cones probably coming in at sub 250. What about let's go with a large fry, a large waffle fry.
425.
It's coming in at 6. Sorry, I missed you, Olivia, but it's 600 calories.
I would have gotten that so wrong.
Worth
Okay, good.
it. Worth it. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Element. Folks, you know Element already, but let me tell you again, Element is a zero-sugar electrolyte drink mix and sparkling electrolyte water born from the growing body of research, revealing that the ultimate health outcomes occur at sodium levels 2 to 3 times government recommendations. They have been lying to us, okay? Each stick pack delivers a meaningful dose of electrolytes, free of sugar, artificial colors, or other dodgy ingredients. Who wants sugar and artificial colors in their electrolyte sports drinks? It doesn't make any sense. We're trying to refuel with electrolytes, not with sugar. Element is formulated for anyone on a mission to restore health through hydration and is perfectly suited for athletes like me, folks who are fasting, or those following keto season, low carb, whole food, or paleo diets. And did I mention that Rob Wolf, their co-founder, is a former research biochemist, 2 times New York Times bestselling author, and has now sat on the Navy SEAL Resilience Committee for over a decade? Incredible, incredible accolades. And folks, the proof is in the pudding. We're talking U.S. Olympians. We're talking professional athletes, special forces, healthcare experts, business leaders, me and Josh. Everybody is drinking electrolyte, and you should be too. So folks, right now, Element is offering a free sample pack with any purchase. That's 8 single serving packets free with any Element order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors or share Element with a friend. Get yours at drinklmnt.com/goodguys. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/goodguys. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Built Rewards. With the seasons changing, I'm already dreaming of a warm weather getaway. In fact, I'm going to Miami tomorrow. Are you jealous? You should be jealous. And guess what? I love using points for travel, and I'm always looking for ways to earn more to book my next flight. Here's a quick life hack for you. Built lets you earn points on rent payments and redeem them towards flights, hotels, and a lot more. One of your biggest investments should get you more than just a roof over your head. Let me explain. There's no cost to join Built, and as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent on your everyday spending. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even ones that you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world you can redeem your Built points towards. Points can be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why not? Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/goodguys. That's JOINBILT.com/goodguys. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you at joinbuilt.com/goodguys. JOINBILT.com/goodguys to start earning points on your rent payments today.
Should we get into some stories? Or no,
yes,
go
but
Ben.
I have a quick question before the stories, Josh. I
Please.
just want to know, why did we go away from arranged marriages?
Olivia?
No comment.
You can't tell me with two boys, Josh. You have friends, right? They have a lovely little girl, similar age, and you're really close with them. How easy would that be, where you get to go to dinner and you get to celebrate holidays with your friends if you just arrange for your little munchkins to marry each other? I've been thinking about this, Josh. I've been thinking about this. It's a shame that you don't have a girl. If you had a girl, then perhaps we could exchange. And then all of a sudden, how easy is that? That's all I'm saying. I think that we think too much about the kids. What do the kids want? Who gives a shit? What do I want? I want to be able to hang out with somebody that I like. Josh, Olivia?
This
thoughts?
segment brought to you by the country of Iran. This segment brought to you by the Iranian Tourism Board. Shout out. In Tehran, we do it a little different.
All right, so you're not into it. Stories?
I will tell you, and you're going to find this. I know you will, because you're a beauty, and you're just like me. You're going to have your beautiful son, and he's going to be playing with a adorable little girl one day, and the parents of whomever, maybe not friends, just the parents will say, "Oh my God, they're so cute. You never know, one day." And you'll be like, "Uh-huh." And in the back of your mind, you go, "Never, ever gonna happen.
Never.
Your little nose picker will never be with my son."
No, never. No, our standards are high, Josh.
Yes.
They're incredibly high for our kings. BH.
Yes. BH.
Do you know how many people, Josh, sorry, do you know how many people came up to me in Jacksonville and said BH?
Really?
Yeah, swear on my life. These are not Jews, obviously. No, there are no Jews in Jacksonville. I had like a couple hundred people at a meet and greet. Everybody, Ben, BH, good to see you. I'm like, BH? They're like, yeah, you told us to say BH. I'm like, oh yeah, BH. At least 15.
I wonder if any of them meant butthole.
They probably did. They probably did.
Well, speaking of, as I mentioned, Krispy Kreme earlier, a baby born at Krispy Kreme gets sweet treatment from donut chain. It is an experience to remember. A sweet life ahead. A couple's baby was born in a Krispy Kreme parking lot in Alabama during a winter storm, and the donut chain made the family a glazing promise for the future. What? Oh, amazing. Fucking up your game, New York Post. You're usually good.
A glazing.
A woman gave birth to her son in
Crispy?
in the Krispy Kreme parking lot. The couple couldn't make it to the hospital because of a winter storm that had as much as 11 inches of snow pummel parts of the state. And Krispy Kreme was closed because of the weather. But okay, can we get one at Krispy Kreme down?
Wait, they gave birth at a closed Krispy Kreme in a snowstorm in Alabama? How'd they get in?
No, in the parking lot.
Oh, in the parking lot.
Yeah, because they had to like get off the road. It was snowing so bad.
Oh my God, this is a terrible story. Continue.
Krispy Kreme is sweetening the family's, here we go again, a glazing celebration by throwing Dallas a birthday party every year until he's all grown up. And that's going to include plenty of free, delicious donuts. I mean, they hit the lottery, dude.
It's nice for sure. Great for the kid. That said, they didn't give anything to the mom. The mom's the one who in a snowstorm had to give birth in a back alley in Alabama outside of a Krispy Kreme. But the son gets free donuts every year. Something's not right, Josh. Something's not right.
I know. And what about like when he's 6 and he wants to have his birthday at Charles Entertainment Cheese? Are they going to say like, yeah, but we didn't give birth to you at a Charles Entertainment Cheese. We're going to the Crispy.
No, they're going to sign it. They signed something already, Josh. There's a non-compete. One day that kid's going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, eat a Dunkin' donut, post it on social media, and he's going to get sued.
Want to go to a speak pipe?
Yeah.
Let's hear from who knows, not me.
Hi, good guys. Asking for an opinion on some family drama. So it turns out that my dad, who managed finances for my mom, lied to her about a few things. He said that he paid taxes, in which he did not, for the past 5 years. He also has accrued $40,000 in debt that she was unaware of. And thinking that they were doing really well with their finances, she comes to learn that they're not. Now, my dad is not the healthiest man, so I'm trying to balance how do I make sure that I maintain some sort of relationship with him before he unfortunately passes away, but also how do I hold him accountable for all the pain that he caused my mom, because she is my ride or die. Looking for advice and opinions. Love the pod. Thanks.
You love the pod and you bring us this sad story? What am I supposed to do with this, Josh? I'm depressed. You have a dying father who fucked up. But look, when people make mistakes like that, all I'm going to say is it sucks. It doesn't make him a bad person. I don't know him. All I know is that clearly the guy was in some hot water. If he's dying, love him and try and help your mom. But if he's dying, he's going to die. Don't make his last day on earth. Of course, you should say to him, like, Dad, you fucked up. This is no good. I'm going to help Mom. But then transition. Don't harbor resentment. Be there for him. Let him pass. And then be there to help your mom recover. Because it's terrible what he did. It's terrible. I have to assume that there's some reason. Also, we don't know enough about the story. The mom thought that they were doing so well on their finances, but she hasn't checked to see if anybody filed a tax return in 5 years. She hasn't talked to the accountant. I'm not blaming her by any means. No means whatsoever. I'm just saying she sounds rather disconnected. And if the guy is dying, I don't know. We don't know enough of this story. But if somebody's dying, I think you forgive them. Otherwise, you'll hate yourself forever.
Totally agree. I totally understand her outrage. Anyone who doesn't file their taxes for 5 years and keeps it a secret and accrues $40,000 in debt, it's a real.
Awful.
Your dad's a sick fuck.
Awful.
He's sick. It's
Awful.
okay. He's one of you nuts.
He's nuts.
So try to have the same sympathy and grace that you would have for another sick person. And yeah, you can't not pay your taxes. You also, they'll get you, and then you can't BQ on that. Like when you owe the IRS, they will get their money forever. All that being said, I agree with Ben. And I also think I understand you wanting to be defensive of your ride or die, your mom who you love so much, and it's a beautiful thing. She's a big girl, and so are you. And I would do your best to keep that separate. So yes, you are entitled and 100% need to feel this. And no, and this is one of the great things I've learned in sobriety is we learn to live with unresolved issues. We sometimes never get the resolution we want, and we don't get the amends we think we deserve, but we do the best we can because that's life on life's terms. So, I could imagine a scenario where your dad never even apologizes about it, because unfortunately people have their weird justifications for things that they do. But I agree. I don't think you'll regret loving him in the end, and you might regret sticking it to him till the end.
It doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
That's my perspective. Harboring resentment only hurts you. If you're trying to hurt him, it's a different story. But if it sounds like you love him and you're sad that he's dying, that's what I took from that, Josh.
Yeah.
So if that's true, then you cutting him out is only hurting you. Don't hurt you more. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Insurify. Folks, we know that I love to drive my car. I drive my car all over New York City, finding the most illegal place to park my car because I'm done using rideshare. It's over. I'm not paying for it. I'd rather get the ticket. That said, folks, what if somebody were to break into my car? What if something were to happen on the road? You need insurance. And I gotta tell you, I have insurance, but I had to shop around for it. And what's more annoying than shopping around for car insurance? Nothing. Nothing is more annoying. You go to the first person and all of a sudden you want to grab it because you don't want to shop around, but you're going to end up paying more. You're going to pay a premium. This is not good. Folks, Insurify is an insurance comparison site that has dozens of top issuers compete for your business, driving prices down so you never pay that premium. Insurify lets you compare real-time quotes from dozens of top insurers, including names you know and trust. The entire Insurify process is handled completely online. That means no annoying phone calls, no ridiculous fees, and no spam ever. And you can get covered in less than 10 minutes. Also, your data is always safe with them, okay? Data is always safe with Insurify. And most importantly, okay, an excellent star rating from Trustpilot. So, folks, what more do you need to hear? Get to Insurify.com to compare car insurance quotes in real time and start saving today. That's INSURIFY.com, Insurify.com. Average potential savings based on initial quotes received by 183,234 customers seeking insurance through Insurify. Actual savings may vary depending on state of residence, individual circumstances, coverage selections, and insurance provider. Savings results are not guaranteed. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Robinhood. With Robinhood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. The privileges of the very privileged are no longer exclusive. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash in non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive your 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rate subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Another one.
Good. We're so good.
Hey, good guys. Love you so much. Josh, Mazel Tov on the new baby. And Ben, how are you? I wanted to ask you how you are because in the last episode you said that you would like to start asking you how you are in the speak pipes. Anyway, I have a question for you on something that I want to know your take on. So my boyfriend is Jewish, and as am I, and he has a younger sister who she is 16. And when she was 13, she had a Bat MItzvah. She had like the huge, blowout party. You know how they do it now with the up and coming. They do it big with 13-year-olds. So she had the big Bat MItzvah, and then now she's 16, and she is saying that she needs to have or she's turning.
Does the Galaxy have 2 times speed, Josh?
16. And honestly, I just think that's absurd. I think that objectively,
cut it off. I got it.
I'm playing it for 2 reasons. This is an example of the way you don't want to go about a speak pipe. This is God bless her.
So long.
So unnecessary. Could have easily cut out 60 seconds of that.
I could tell the entire speak pipe, Josh, in under 5 seconds. You ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready for this? My sister, when she was 13, had a Bat MItzvah, crazy big party. Isn't it crazy that she also wants a sweet 16?
Perfect.
That's it. That was the entire thing. That said, love you, thank you for calling in, we appreciate you. But like, holy
you stink
mother
at
of
Speak
God.
Pipes, but thank you and we love you. And we would hate to lose you, but you're horrible at Speak Pipes.
You cannot, not that you cannot have, you can have as many parties as you'd like. But Sweet 16s are definitely not in my opinion, like you just had a blowout party. You don't need 2 blowout parties within 3 years. So I personally agree that if you had a big blowout bat mitzvah, you can probably skip the big blowout Sweet 16. But if you have means and you love to party, why not? To each their own. Josh?
I completely agree with you. I think it's ridiculous. The idea of having 2 massive parties in a row. I think you can definitely make it special. But I think if the bat mitzvah is at the shul and the hall and the DJ and the stations and the thing, you go for 16, we're going to do something amazing in the backyard, Totally. And we're going to spend, a tenth of what we did on the bat mitzvah. Like maybe there's some world. And what were you going to say?
What are the origins, Josh, of the Sweet 16? Do we know?
That's a great question. Let's see. We have the internet.
Why don't you use the AI feature, Josh, on that Galaxy?
Try and stop me. Use
Gemini, voice to speak.
You can try and stop me, but it won't work. What are the origins of Sweet 16? Oh, I just got transferred to the FBI. I'm Googling something to do with 16-year-olds. The term Sweet 16 has multiple origins. The celebration may have originated with Queen Elizabeth I, whose reign marked the beginning of the Middle Ages. It may also have originated as a way to introduce girls to social skills and hostessing.
Now, what about a quinceañera, Josh? The difference between a Sweet 16 and a quinceañera?
But that's beautifully cultural, and that's 15.
15. Okay.
Quince.
I thought it was also 16. Quince. Oh, I didn't even realize quinceañera.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
I agree.
It seems
think
like you're also welcoming her into girlhood. Is that the idea? Because if that's all of these ideas, that's what a bat mitzvah is. Okay? So we've come full circle here. You want a bat mitzvah, no Sweet 16. Does it? No. You did it. It's done. You're a woman.
Olivia?
Yeah, it seems like double dipping a little bit. But I also agree with your point, Josh, that like you can do one up real big and then do one, a little smaller on a budget to celebrate. But yeah, seems like a little bit of a double dip there.
I guess it depends on how rich you are. Like if you're really rich, Josh, you could have a quinceañera.
I would love. Oh my God, a posh why
not?
A couple decades late quince. I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth 13 years in advance because BHBH, you guys have a freaking blowout bar mitzvah for the Safar to be named. And tell me what you think, Ben. Like, I think a bar mitzvah is awesome. I think growing up during the 90s and the mid-aughts, like, of course, there were always the blowouts. There was always the rich families that went over the top. Then there were wonderfully modest ones. Mm-hmm. I just have experienced in the last 10 years, I feel like I'm seeing people drop $250,000 on bar mitzvahs. Like, it's insane to me. It's a little what are you nuts? What do you think?
One, I'm going to go hard as fuck, BH. But two,
is
Josh,
that for you?
I don't know, because I'm also the king of bartering. Like, I'm going to have the biggest fucking party. You're never going to know what I spent. You'll know what I spent.
Sure.
But you who came, you'll never know what I spent. You're going to think I spent something insane. And I'm sure I spent a lot. But I didn't spend what you think I spent. And that, to me, is the win. I don't mind spending money. But I want it to feel like what I got was worth way more. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I just want a good deal. So if I need to spend, hope God willing, I can. God willing, things keep going well. If I wanted to spend $250,000 on a bar mitzvah, then this will be a $1 million bar mitzvah.
Okay.
That's all.
Would you, but is that reasonable? Like, you would consider spending that much money?
Is it reasonable? No, not at all. But I love parties. I love throwing parties. I love hosting. I love a really amazing, fun event. And I could absolutely see myself getting caught up in it. As the son of a caterer, I can just see it. And like I love events. Like I've always loved them, and I don't ever mind spending money. Like I'll always throw, like it's been less in past years, but like I would spend money on my birthday for my friends. Like I would like rent a room. I would like pick up a tab. Like I like that stuff. So like I envision that on like a monumental day for my son, $250,000 is an absurd amount of money. So I want to kind of, adjusting for inflation, maybe it won't be as crazy, but $100,000 for $1 million wedding would be lovely. The performers, Josh, that's where it gets big. Like I want the best Meatloaf cover band there is. Maybe I get Nickelback.
That would be so hot.
If I get like 55-year-old Nickelback,
like. And they're, you know, and of course you give this, like, your son a beautiful Jewish name. So it's like, look at Ari's photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. Happy bar mitzvah to you. Giving nachas to your parents too.
Very good. Very good.
God bless. I don't know. I have my, how do I want to separate this and not be, because I think everything you said sounds great and is perfect and is how a lot of people think. And I think I have my own. To each
their own, Josh. It's fine. You go. To each their own.
Yeah, I have my own nuts things that I feel like. First of all, and I think this is like a little bit of growing up with a mother who made things about her, but told me it was about me. Like, I see a lot of, like, for my bar mitzvah, I wanted my theme to be Star Wars, and she's like, Broadway, baby. I was like, I'm embarrassed. And she's like, we're performing at your bar mitzvah. I said, we are. And it turned into a 45-minute show.
Yeah, you have bar mitzvah trauma. You do.
Well, to say the least. But again, like, to your point, right? Like, I know you're joking, but like the Meatloaf cover band and this, and like, you didn't say a thing about your kid. It was all about you. And I think parents do that, and I guess that's what I have qualms with.
Unless you're owning it. I'm not saying that it's for him at all.
But it is.
But it's, no, the whole day was. The service was. The luncheon was. Of course, him coming out and it being his theme. Like, I remember my bar mitzvah was Knicks themed because I love the Knicks. My parents found a way to get John Starks to record a nice video for me saying I did a great job on my Haftorah. On the 4th floor of where my dad had catered, they put like a little basketball court or whatever, and the kids played. And downstairs, the parents did what they did, and I was happy as a clam. And that's obviously not nowhere near $250,000 bar mitzvah. That was like I have no idea how much, because again, they're caterers and florists, and the space was free and all this stuff. But the party itself is for the family. That's what I think when I think of a bar mitzvah. Mm-hmm. A wedding, the polar opposite. That's about the couple. And whatever the couple wants to do. Their list. It shouldn't be about the parents. The parents far too much get involved, invite all of their friends, and it becomes nothing about the bride, which is the worst thing. But for me, bar mitzvahs are about, or bat mitzvahs are about the kids going, studying, sharing with the world, feeling good about themselves, and then the party's just for everyone, is the way I see it.
And what do you think about, like, you know, because this happens sometimes where, like, you and Claudia are so wonderfully, like, you know, you just have incredible personalities, and you're so, like, such people, and outgoing, and maybe you have a kid who's a little, you know, more shy and like a little bit more introverted. And what if they say, like, Dad, I would love to do the entire bar mitzvah process in Hebrew school and whatnot, and I'd rather just like go to Israel or like do something like a trip, like, and not a party.
Then that is what we will do.
Cool. I think that'd be cool.
I can't imagine a world in which we raise an introvert, but if we happen to raise an introvert, then 1,000% it's what the kid wants. No question. I hate those scenarios where parents force their kids into doing something that they don't want to do. But I am banking on having a kid that wants to have a great party. For sure.
No, and a great party is awesome. And what has been revealed to me with having, and you see this once you have more than one kid, is nurture is as real as nature. And because both of my kids are singularly my children, and yet completely different, and it doesn't make sense. And yet it makes perfect sense how they can be like so uniquely my wife and mine, and have our parts of our looks and parts of our personality traits and things that we love and things that we don't love. And yet they are so uniquely themselves that was just done in the beautiful miracle of their...
So cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cool to see how it reveals itself. Okay, you want to do What Are You Nuts?
What Are You Nuts, Josh? Times Square, okay? It's completely nuts. It's nuts. Granted, we have our gorgeous billboard. I love it. You set foot in Times Square, one, you're afraid for your life, 1,000%. It is like the craziest people, the most lights, it's a jungle. It's nuts. If you've never been, it's crazy. You get there is always somebody on a megaphone talking about Jesus. Without question, somebody is screaming at you about Jesus. You walk another foot, you are met with a Mickey Mouse that is just the scariest Mickey you have ever seen. You're blinded, you're getting a headache. I was recently in Times Square, so I'm thinking about it, and I just have to say, this being a tourist attraction, what are you, nuts? There's nothing to see. Google it. You don't want it.
Totally agree. My What Are You Nuts is, if you sign an email, a letter, a text with with love and light, with health and healing, with healing love that is also light, that lights you up, babe. What are you, nuts? How about sincerely? How about best? Save it. Save your love. Save your light. Take your health. Take your healing and keep it to yourself. Okay? Just, what are you, nuts? It's nuts.
Nuts. I love best. I'm a big best guy.
Best.
Best is the best.
How about
so
this?
easy.
Thanks.
Thanks works too.
Thanks.
But
best.
best if you want to be a little bit creative. Thanks, of course. No question. No question.
Yes.
But best. Try a best.
Try a love.
With love is no good.
Or just love.
Love is okay, but you're sending mixed signals. You're talking to a coworker.
No, you can't write that. But, you never know. Yeah. Love, Jay.
Love, Jay. And you know what else I love, Josh? This podcast. Rate it 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Watch our clips on Instagram and TikTok. We're cross-platform, baby. Follow us on one. You're missing out. Follow us on all. You're getting all, okay? You're getting all. Yep. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.